I believe that the core of therapy is really about human connection. Translate that, it's like the vibe that I have with you and the vibe that you have with me.
Counseling is like a team sport. Back and forth is what makes it good. There has to be that mutual level of trust. There has to be that connection to move past the superficial layers.
As much as this is a service to you, it's also a relationship. It needs to work.
The client-therapist relationship is the foundation of meaningful therapy.
The therapeutic relationship is about trust, is about safety, is about being able to be here with each other, knowing that whatever you say, whatever you do, this person unconditionally accepts you. And without that, no amount of skill, no amount of scientifically applied principle will work.
You have to feel a level of connection to the person that you're speaking with. You gotta have a good vibe around them. That you're feeling like, what, I can share the intimate part of my life with this person. I can walk part of my journey with this individual.
And that therapeutic relationship ultimately starts with the therapist being 100% here with you.
What that looks like is offering a warm, safe, inviting space with 100% respect for clients, coming in with a non-judgmental approach, open and accepting. Only when those conditions are met will a client feel that courage and bravery to be vulnerable and really reach those difficult emotions.
One of the primary indicators of success is the connection, the therapeutic relationship.
When you come into my office, I have to look at you as an individual. And just because some study says this is the right solution for the problem you have, doesn't mean that that solution is going to be for your individual situation. By having that openness, I'm not just looking in a manual and assigning something. I'm really looking at you in your particular circumstance, your particular goals.
The most important part of therapy is coming there and being able to talk about what's so important to you and what's really going on, and having trust in that space, knowing that there's no judgment, there's no bias, and we're just there to support you and help you feel seen and understood and build on your strengths.
We need to be able to have this flow conversation back and forth. And I'll tell my client, if something I say doesn't resonate with you, let me know. If I offer a resource that doesn't really hit the mark, let me know and we'll work together on that. Counseling is like a team sport. This back and forth is what makes it good. There has to be that mutual level of trust. There has to be that connection in order for us to really move past the superficial layers.
I'm an individual, you're an individual, and I think as social beings, we all benefit from a symbiotic energy exchange.
I'm there to witness you authentically as you are. I'm really listening to you. As a product of that, you're able to feel seen and to be like, wow, this person really, really knows me. I think it's in that feeling that the therapeutic relationship is working, and we're gonna do really meaningful work there.
If you're able to feel completely safe in anything that you say, I think that allows a therapeutic relationship to really blossom. As sessions go on, if you're not feeling comfortable, if you're feeling judged, it can be a sign to maybe switch therapists or find another therapist. You shouldn't feel judged with anything you say with your therapist, because this is the only place that someone can be really free.
There needs to be this relationship of trust that's built. That's going to be gradual, because someone who's experiencing some sort of distress, whether it's in a workplace, a family, a relationship, or something very deeply personal, that's a difficult thing for them to talk to a stranger about. So that can be a long process, but it's terribly important for me at the very beginning to let that person know that the relationship of trust is essential. And if we can't build that, we may not be able to get anywhere. That doesn't mean that therapy isn't right for you, but I might not be the right therapist.
I always tell clients, try out different therapists. Ask if they'll do a free consultation, because you want to know that your values align. You want to know that your style aligns.
You have to know that this person's going to guide you against all of your biggest fears, which you have to do multiple times a day.
When you're talking to this therapist, ultimately it's around comfort. Do I leave that consultation call feeling heard and seen and valued and comfortable?
It's critical to trust your therapist, to feel that they understand you, that they have your back, that they're not going to judge you in any way, and they're going to understand who you are and not force some cookie cutter approach onto you, but to work with you and develop an approach that's specific and unique to you as an individual.
I'm not going to fit for everybody. And that's okay. Being authentic like that and being genuine, that is the foundation of really building a strong therapeutic alliance.
Don't give up if you meet someone and it doesn't connect right away. Finding the right therapist is like finding the perfect pair of jeans. You gotta be a little patient. You might have to try on a few different pairs. But when you find that right person, when you come out of those sessions with that therapist that you really connect with, you should feel heard, understood, validated.
If you're thinking about seeking therapy and you're unsure, there is a misconception that seeking therapy equates to weakness, when really I think it's a courageous and brave act to do for yourself as a person.
It can be nerve-wracking kind of going into a session, meeting a therapist for the first time, being unsure maybe what you're going to say or what you want to talk about or what the session looks like. But we would kind of sit together and take as much time as you need. That relationship will grow, and once we kind of get the trust, we'll be able to go a little bit deeper.
And it is led by you. Every session, you are telling me what we're going to be talking about in that session.
What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel fulfilled? That is the goal of therapy.
You're not broken. You don't need to be fixed. You have some problems. You have some issues. You have some things that are distressing you, and they're stopping you from living the life you want to live right now. Just give it a try. You might try one session and realize I sat across from somebody. They listened to me. They asked me a few questions. They didn't judge me. They just sat there and listened to me. And that feels pretty good.